Hi students, this is Anuva from AglaSem and today we will discuss the questions and answers of class 9 English chapter 7 packing. So now turn to page number 89 of your Beehive textbook and watch this video till the end. There are three parts of thinking about the text. The part 1 asks us to answer the questions in a short paragraph, that is 30 to 40 words. Question number 1 is, how many characters are there in the narrative? Name them and do not forget the dog. So the answer is, there are 4 characters in the narrative. They are Jerome, the narrator, George, Harris and Montmorency, the dog. Question number 2 is, why did the narrator volunteer to do the packing? So the answer is, the narrator volunteered to do the packing as he took pride in himself for his packing skills. It was one of those things that he felt he knew more about than any other person living. Question number 3 is, how did George and Harris react to this? Did narrator like their reaction? So the answer is, George and Harris readily accepted narrator's suggestion. George smoked a pipe and spread himself over the easy chair, while Harris put his legs on the table and lit a cigar. Question number 4 is, what was Jerome's real intention when he offered to pack? So students, the answer is, when Jerome had offered to pack, his real intention was to boss the job. He wanted to make Harris and George work under his directions and to push them aside every now and then to teach them how to pack properly. Question number 5 is, what did Harris say after the bag was shut and strapped? Why do you think he waited till then to ask? So the answer is, after the bag was shut and strapped, Harris mentioned that Jerome had not packed the boots. Question number 6 is, what horrible idea occurred to Jerome a little later? Answer is, when Jerome unstrapped the bag to pack the boots in, a horrible idea occurred to him. He wondered whether he had packed his toothbrush or not. He was a bit finicky about having his toothbrush packed every time he went on a trip. Question number 7 says, where did Jerome finally find the toothbrush? Answer is, Jerome had to make a lot of effort to find his toothbrush. As he had packed everything, he had to rummage through the packed bag keenly. Jerome finally found the toothbrush inside a boot. Question number 8 says, why did Jerome have to reopen the packed bag? So students, the answer is, Jerome had to reopen the packed bag twice owing to his forgetfulness. Once he had to reopen the bag as he had forgotten to pack the boots. The next time he unpacked when he realized he had packed his tobacco pouch in. Question number 9 says, what did George and Harris offer to pack and why? Answer is, George and Harris offered to pack the hampers for carrying food. Harris said that they would want to start in less than 12 hours time and therefore it was better than he and George did the rest of the packing. Question number 10 is, while packing the hamper, George and Harris do a number of foolish and funny things. Take the statements that are true. First statement is, they started with breaking a cup. Second, they also break a plate. Third, they squashed a tomato. Fourth, they trod on a butter. Fifth, they stepped on a banana. Sixth, they put things behind them and couldn't find them. Seventh, they stepped on things. Eighth, they packed the pictures at the bottom and put heavy things on top. Ninth, they upset almost everything. 10th, they were very good at packing. So, students, the answer is first, third, fourth, sixth and seventh statements are true. Now, moving forward, the next part is, what does Jerome say was dog's ambition in life? What do you think of dog, that is Montmorency, and why? So students, the answer is, according to Jerome, Montmorency's ambition in life was to get in the way, make people mad, be scolded and have things thrown at his head. The dog felt that his day was fruitful only if he could make somebody stumble over him and curse him for an hour. He took pride in achieving this goal. Dog behaved just like a dog would behave in such a situation. He tried to explore whatever he saw being packed. His mischievous tactics to beguile the attention of the trio can be compared to that of a child. Part 3 asks us to answer the questions in 2 or 3 paragraphs, that is 100 to 150 words. Question number 1 is, of the 3, Jerome, George and Harris, who do you think is the best or worst packer? Support your answers with the details from the text. Students, the answer is, all 3 friends, Jerome, George and Harris, proved to be bad at packing things. However, if we compare them, Jerome is by far the best at packing, though he is unable to remember whether he has pegged his toothbrush, accidentally packed his tobacco pouch and forgets to pack the boots. He is far than the other 2. On the other hand, George and Harris mismanage the whole process. They keep things behind them and then fail to find them, pack heavy things on food items, break and smash things, sprinkle salt over everything, step over food items, etc. This shows their incompetent packing skills. Question number 2 is, how did Montmorency's contribute to the packing? So the answer is, the packing escapade was already a messy job and Montmorency's contribution made it even more tiresome. He did his level best to be a perfect nuisance. He came and sat down on things just what they were about to be packed. According to the narrator, the dog had a belief that whenever Harris or George reached out to their hand for anything, it was his cold damp nose they wanted. Montmorency put his leg into the jam and distributed the teaspoons. He pretended that the lemons were rats and went into the hamper to kill 3 of them before being hit with a frying pan by Harris. Question number 3 is, do you find this story funny? What are the humorous elements in it? So yes, this story is definitely funny. Not only is the way in which the 3 friends pack for their trip quite mirthfully, but the way the author narrates all the incidents are also entertaining. Though John takes pride in his packing skills, he unpacks and repacks the same things 3 times, much to the amusement of his friends and readers. Also, when his friends start to pack the hamper, they create an even bigger issue. They pack in a messy manner, sit on the butter and squash things, etc. The behavior and attitude of Montmorency towards life is one more example of humor in the story. So that's it for the video, students. I hope you have received the answers for all the questions. In case of query, drop a comment in the comment section and subscribe to our channel for watching more such videos.